Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Bruce Carrington, or should we be calling him Bruce Stevenson? I think what people are starting to realize, especially these young fighters, when you look at Shakur Stevenson and his style, Shakur Stevenson is naturally a boxer. Boxer runner. At the lighter weights, he was a boxer puncher. But you see, when you start stepping up in competition, you can't just bulldoze your way through every opponent. Now, Bruce Carrington had come out and was talking about, in regards to Shakur Stevenson's performances, about entertaining the fans and leaving it all in the ring. But you saw last night where he got in there with SEGAWA. Bruce Carrington didn't quite do that. As a result, some people are calling him Bruce Stevenson, and they expect for him down as he continues to step up in competition to become a boxer runner. Now, I'm going to tell you this, at featherweight, man, Bruce Carrington, there were a lot of talks about him facing Inoue, but I'm not so sure if Bruce was struggling with a guy like SEGAWA, what's going to happen if he faces a damn bull like Naoya Inoue? But the bottom line is he picked up his biggest win of his career, and this is what happens when you start stepping up in competition, man. But what you don't want to see is getting in there with a 95-95, which is a draw, which is how most people had it. When you start looking at 97-93s, that's a little bit that creates an opportunity for people to say secret society in full effect, top ranked fighter, top ranked card, he gets the top rank preferential treatment. Now, what I will say is when you start talking about Bruce Carrington, his right hand is everything. The left hand is there, but the right hand is everything. But when you're hitting somebody, especially these African fighters, man, and you buzz them, you stun them, but you can't stop them, that is discouraging, man. And when you talk about a Bruce Carrington who's now bubbled up and fighting guys who are ranked in the top 5 and some of these sanctioning bodies, he's not going to be able to just walk through them. And you can see Bruce Carrington trying to buzz forward, step forward, man, and buzz through this guy. He just wasn't able to do it. Now, what I do think is interesting is when he landed that hard right hand in the 4th round, that he wasn't able to really push forward. It's like the harder you hit SEGAWA, the more SEGAWA comes at you. And SEGAWA was outworking him. Doesn't mean he was landing more, but he was just outworking him. And I'm telling you, the thing that these fighters need to be care of is being outthrown round after round after round. When judges are watching these fights and you're being outthrown, it could make it look like you're losing the fight. Now, when you take a look at this right here, Bruce Carrington and SEGAWA, you can just look at the first round through the 10th round, the total punches landed and thrown. SEGAWA 39 thrown, Bruce 22, then SEGAWA 76-45, 44-31, 39-39, 60-39, 29-34, 39-41, 35-34, 35-42, then 20-31. But when you take a look at that, you can see that SEGAWA was out-throwing him in most of those rounds, and it can give the impression that a fighter's losing. Now, when you look at the punches landed, for SEGAWA's first round, 8, Carrington 6, then 19-10, 4-9, 6-14, 19-11, 8-6, 9-10, 13-9, 19-10, 3-6. You can easily look at the total punches landed, and of course, you got to take this with a grain of salt, and could argue that maybe SEGAWA won the fight. But anyway, when you come down, you start taking a look at the jabs being thrown. See, this is what created a problem for me when it comes to Bruce Carrington. Look at these early rounds. SEGAWA, 17 jabs thrown. Carrington 9, then 26-10, 27-4, 21-16, 27-8, 17-17, 24-22. Then the last 3 rounds, it starts to even up a bit. But what you can see is, SEGAWA, if you're sitting there as a judge watching this fight, it could give the impression that he is beating Carrington. Then you come and look at the power punches landed and thrown. SEGAWA threw 22, Bruce threw 13. Then it's 50-35, 17-27, 18-23, 33-31, 12-17, 15-19, 12-10, 27-27. So you can see it just depends on the judge and what they're looking for. It could really make it look like Bruce Carrington lost that fight. So Bruce Carrington got the nod, landed 9 of 36 per round to SEGAWA's 11 of 42 per round. SEGAWA landed 36 of his power punches, man. SEGAWA went 3 of 20 in the last round, but with the wide cards, a lot of people are saying that they feel that this was a robbery. But what I'm going to say is I think Bruce Carrington is the truth. I just think that was his wake-up call. You know, so much attention on Shakur Stevenson saying he can't fight, he's pillow-fisted, he's scared to get hit. Nah, man, when you start stepping up in competition, sometimes you gotta make those refinements, and sometimes you may have to run to the finish line. Not every fighter is going to just bite down on the gum shield and press forward and get into a mash-up, crash-up type of fight. Bruce Carrington talks the talk. Last night, he did not walk the walk. And I think he realized last night, okay, not every fight's going to be like my previous fights. The more I step up, the more cautious I need to be, which is when it comes to my offense. And I need to be more aware of my defense because Shushu got buzzed in there. He got buzzed in there last night. And you know what? It's boxing. He's supposed to get hit. But I like to see how he looks going forward because, Top Rank, if they're concerned about Shushu losing, they may give him a step-down fight. You look how they were doing Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? Keeping Berlanga busy, but they were giving him basically C-level opponents for him to go in there and demolish. And with Shushu Carrington, let's see what they do with him. Let's see what they do with Keyshawn Davis. Let's see what they do with all their fighters. All right, they lost Berlanga, they lost Stevenson. Jared Anderson just got clipped. Right, let's see what they do with him. But the bottom line is top rank. They're not in the business to lose money, and they're not in the business to have fighters keep losing, or they will terminate the contracts, and then the fighters will be in the breeze. Bruce Carrington, I don't think he's at that point yet, but I'm curious to see what they do with him in his next fight because the talks were him anyway, and I think with this fight they want to see how he handled a very hard, stubborn, aggressive fighter like SEGAWA, and I don't think he passed the test. He got the win, he got the nod, but I don't think he passed the test. Anyway, I think Bruce Carrington, I still think he's the truth. Good learning experience, but I think we'll see him come back bigger and better and more and smarter inside that ring. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Many fans are calling him Bruce Stevenson instead of Bruce Carrington now because they said he became a boxer runner in there, and they anticipated him in his next couple of fights taking a loss because the competition is not going to get any easier, and if he doesn't figure out how to win fights easier and not get hit with some of the shots he got hit with last night, they don't think that he's going to last. I think it's too early to say. I still think there's a lot of upside on him, and I think he's going to be just fine. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.